my boyfriend always is trying to get into my butt. Okay, let's say you're the girlfriend. And everybody's yelling all the time and nobody's right. Sometimes you can't make this shit up, you know, it's impossible to. Can you guess where? Hashtag Eastern Europe. Sounds very Balkan, yes? First of all, what school has 100,000 euros in the Balkans? But now we can, so here we are, hey! Surprise family visits. This is what the person wrote. Has anyone had a surprise family visit recently? And I don't mean like my uncle coming into my dreams. I mean families. Let's talk about family. What's your name, young lady?
Bobana.
And where are you from?
You know.
You're from Serbia?
Yes.
You're from Serbia? That's a family right there. Does your family come to visit you?
Yes, but only invited.
Uninvited?
Only invited.
Only invited, okay, yes. They don't come like show up at the door. Serbian family reunions are kind of like Romanian family reunions, right? Everybody's yelling all the time and nobody's right, okay? This is...
But everybody thinks they're right.
Exactly. Nobody's right, but everybody's an expert in everything, okay? Everybody's coming up with some fucking made-up data about something. Or actually, you know what? Putin, he has some good points. It depends which part of Serbia they're from, yes, with that particular information. Nice. How big is your family?
I have a husband and a daughter, my closest family. But yes, I have...
This is my family. All from before, they no longer. I don't know these motherfuckers, you know?
No, but I do have a lot of sisters and brothers.
How many?
You know, I don't know the number.
That's so many.
In Serbia.
Yeah, tell them what's happening.
Yeah, because when you say, when they ask you about your family or siblings, I have one sibling, but I have a lot of brothers.
So just in case somebody acts up, it's like, I'm going to call my brothers. They punch you in the face, yes? How many do you have? 12. Uh-huh. Very nice.
A lot of cousins, yes. But in Serbia, we say, I have a lot of brothers from my cousin, from my...
For everybody that can help you in a fight is a brother. Yeah, this is the strategy. If they can help you defend from the enemies, then they're a brother. Yes, very nice. Okay, so that's a lot of family. How about yourself in Turkey, sir? You have a big family?
Yes.
And then, do you plan on bringing them here? I'm asking on behalf of the one German. Yeah.
I think for the Germans, one side of the family is enough.
So one side of the family is enough. Yes, it's like they already came in the 70s. Don't worry. Yeah, it's very interesting. I was talking to somebody recently. They're talking. If you guys don't know, like Germany there was a big worker migration in the 70s of Turkish people coming to Germany to do different kinds of jobs. And one of my friends was telling me like, why was that? And I told them it's because most of Europe couldn't leave. Most of Eastern Europe couldn't leave. Okay, that's why everybody was in communism. Yes. Yeah. So they had to reach out and come over. But now we can. So here we are. Hey! My girlfriend doesn't want to do anal. There's another one right after it. And this one says, my boyfriend always is trying to get into my butt. So clearly, we have a couple at the show that they weren't intending to have this conversation in public. But now they will have it in public, okay? Let's ask some opinions here. The Israeli gentleman. How do you feel about this?
About which one?
Well, there's I'm not just choosing you because this topic is like aggressive incursion into unknown land, you know? This is okay, let's say you're the girlfriend, and let's say you're the girlfriend, and the boyfriend is trying to propose a new avenue for sexual exploration.
Sounds great.
This man has been in Berlin for far too long. Okay, it's like, hey, what's the problem? You know, I do you, you do me, I do you. Okay, this is the system. Yes, you have to be on the both and receiving end. Yes, this is how it works. Well, I think you guys should have a conversation about the boundaries, and then you should talk about your boundaries and figure out how comfortable you are about crossing those boundaries. Huh? Huh? Also, if you do decide to cross those boundaries, use lube. Okay. And don't eat spicy food. Anyway, the priest in our church fell in the grave while he was blessing the dead guy. Sometimes you can't make this shit up, you know, it's impossible to. Yeah, he fell right on top of him. Okay. What was the cause? The priest was drunk. Can you guess where? Hashtag Eastern Europe. Sometimes these things happen. If you're not familiar with the priest routine, what happens is you have your baptisms in the morning, and then you have your funerals in the afternoon. And throughout the day, as you go to every event, you get a little bit of alcohol because the blood of Christ must come into you, yeah? So you get a little bit of blood of Christ at the first baptism, a little blood of Christ at the second baptism, and by the end of the evening, you're sleeping with a dead guy, okay? Woo! My old principal escaped the country with the school's money. 100,000 euros.
Very Balkan.
Sounds very Balkan, yes? First of all, what school has 100,000 euros in the Balkans, huh? Like, what kind of school has that kind of money, okay?
University.
The university, yes. Private school, thank you, the MRI lady, on the ball once again, thank you. And basically, he has not been heard ever since. Like 100,000 euros is not that much money in the scheme of things, right? Damn, he must have really hated those students, those children. Yeah, fuck these 6-year-olds and their dreams. There you go. So where would you go if you had 100,000 euros and you had to run away? Where would you go? Let's ask the gentleman over there. Sir, what's your name?
Jean.
Jean? Where would you go, Jean? Where are you from, Jean?
I'm half French, half Moldovan.
Half French, half Moldovan? That's interesting. Tell us, if you had 100,000 euros, where would you run to?
Somewhere east, somewhere cheaper.
I would go to Moldova. I would go to Moldova. I think 100,000 euros, I can live there for 5 years, 6 years, yes? Maybe even more. I invest, I start a couple of shops, sell some meat, sell some cigarettes, business is booming. So, Palinka. Would you go to, what else? How east? Would you go to Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan? South Siberia? 100,000 euros is a lot of money. I mean, it's nothing compared to the level of shenanigans that happened. So I heard this gossip when I was in Romania. You might be able to confirm. He was telling me that if you want to become rich, you have to basically meet people in the government.
Yeah.
This guy confirms, okay? I'm a chef. I listen to all this conversation sometimes, okay? You have to know somebody from the government, and you pay them some money, and they tell you where the next highway is going to be built.
And then you can buy the land.
Exactly. This guy knows the move, see? And then sometimes what happens, the fucking piece of land is in the middle of nowhere and doesn't have a toilet. And then you can buy it from these people that are arguing over it. If you know the path of the highway, you can buy it like 2 years in advance. You buy it for 20,000 euros, and then the government, because they have the highway planned, will forcefully buy it from you. So then you can get like the land that's 20,000 euros, you can sell it for 100,000 euros.
Have you seen our highway? That I like this and this.
The Romanian highway, yeah, that's why the Romanian highway is like this, It's like, it goes where they can buy the land, This is why it's all like this, yes, the Transfăgărășanu, it's because I couldn't buy this land, so we have to go from here so I can make more money, But this is the secret of how to make money, okay? If you wanna, that's the business model. You find the guy and he tells you where the highway is gonna be built. Do you have this in Germany, young lady? Well, you see, it's a bit more difficult to get rich here now, isn't it? We stole the bride for the wedding and brought her to a club, and then the bride ran away. I mean, completely. She didn't come back to the wedding. So, yeah, are you guys familiar with the? Do you have it in Germany? The tradition of stealing the bride? Okay, so at weddings, this might be from the Balkans, okay? Do you have it in Serbia? Yeah, so the tradition at a Serbian wedding or a Romanian wedding, Bulgarian, you choose your pain. What you have to do, a tradition is you have to steal the bride
Before 12 o'clock.
before 12 o'clock, the gentleman knows here. And then you have to call the groom, and the groom has to pay you in quantities of alcohol.
Exactly.
So that's not smart. It's bad financial planning. That's what it is. Okay. So you have to call them and be like, hey, I have your wife, and you know how it's 12 cases of beer, please. I recently went to a wedding in Tuscany, and then I asked the bride, should we steal you? Because I didn't want to steal the bride and cause an incident, and like in Tuscany as a Romanian in Italy, I was like, I'm gonna go to jail. And she refused to be stolen. She said, this is very sexist, I will not be objectified. And I was like, thank you, that sounded like a lot of work in the first place, so I didn't want to do it anyway. That's why I want to double check. But yeah, so basically, apparently these guys, they stole the bride and then she ran away. So in that situation, who takes the blame? Do they marry the guy? The bride. Has anyone been stolen here as a bride?
Yes,
Yes.
Did you get stolen?
of course.
Where did they take you?
Arc of Triumph.
They take you to the Arc of Triumph in Bucharest?
Yes.
And then or
They meet another 12, 15 brides also there.
not a lot of imagination in Romania, guys. They're like Pokemon when they spawn all at the same time in one. And there are other guys throwing Pokeballs. Hey! Did they mix up the brides, take you to the wrong wedding?
No, like summer weddings, you know, everybody make the wedding.
And everybody was bringing them by the Arc de Triomphe. If you don't know, Romania has an Arc de Triomphe. Arc Triomphe is smaller. It's copied from the French one, yes?
Yeah.
But it's still very nice. And you went there, how long? What did you pay, sir?
So they asked me for a few bottles of whiskey,
Bottle of whiskey, okay.
and they was mentioning full bottles. I say, okay,
Full bottles. This was not their first rodeo, okay? They got tricked before.
So I had to run to the gas station and buy the small ones.
Oh, this man found a loophole. He found a loophole. We have to wrap it up, guys. We're at the end of this show. Round of applause for everybody that came out here today. Thank you for coming out. Hope you guys had fun.